everybody. Welcome to a holiday edition of Drinks with Demo. Today, we celebrate the spirit of Hanukkah.
Yay!
Or the spirits of Hanukkah. Well,
Yeah.
just one spirit, really. As we crest into the December holiday season,
Hanukkah's usually the first up.
is it Hanukkah or Diwali that's first up?
Didn't we just have Diwali?
So then Diwali would be first up.
Yeah.
Diwali, also a festival of lights.
Indeed.
And that's all I know about Diwali. Not that I'm dismissing it, but
I feel like I've done research at one point, but it didn't stick, apparently.
it hasn't, for my personal perception, it hasn't made itself more mainstream until just very recently.
I think it also depends where you live.
There's that.
Yeah.
Diwali, I believe, is more South Asian.
We should find out more. Feel free to tell us all about Diwali.
Right. So we're going to identify a rabbit hole that we're not going to go down. Do your own research.
What? Okay.
We're going to talk about another festival of lights today, Hanukkah.
Hanukkah.
Fun fact, in the spirit of full disclosure, neither of us are of the Jews' persuasion.
No, we're Gentiles.
Yes. The reason why we're talking about Hanukkah is because during our Shop Small extravaganza at Ramirez Liquor a week and a half ago, Val saw a Hanukkah beer. Actually says it on the can, Hanukkah beer.
Right.
And she's like, I want to get this. And
I wa-
she wrote what was on the can, and I'm like,
I was like, I gotta do it.
it's got to go on the show.
It's gotta happen.
It is a 4-pack of Hanukkah beer. Let's see if I can...
Actually, get one out there. As you're shaking it up.
Hanukkah beer by Shmaltz.
It's a Hebrew. Ha ha!
It's a Golden Jelly Doughnut beer. Golden Jelly Doughnut Hanukkah beer.
And I'm not joking about the Hebrew. It actually says Hebrew.
Hebrew.
And I was like, yes, all of this is amazing.
We usually have Val, as you know, read the back of bottles and cans. This one is chock full of goodies, so take it away.
It's rabbi approved. It is kosher.
It is. I would hope so.
I would hope so too. Come on, Bubba, light my fire.
Come on, boo.
Bubba. Bubba? Bubba? I can't remember. It's Bubby, I think. That's how you say grandma. I think it's grandma. Anyway.
In the spirit of full disclosure, neither of us speak Yiddish.
I don't, but one of my good friends growing up, like, for years and years and years, I used to go to synagogue with her on occasion for various holidays. It was always good fun. No matter how you spell it.
And when we say high holy days, we really mean high holy days.
No matter how you spell it, you now hold the official chosen delight of the holiday season. There you go. Enjoy while celebrating all the miracles of the eight crazy nights, or Crate AZ nights, as I almost just said. We hope our fermented creation will bring some light to the winter darkness and pair perfectly with your latkes, chocolate gelts, and battle royale of dreidels. Pass some Hanukkah fun over to your favorite friends and family and rejoice in warming of the season. L'chaim.
L'chaim.
I'm a big fan of latkes, by the way.
Potato pancakes, for those that don't know.
So yummy. You remember last year we went to the deli? We went to our local, our favorite deli, the Catella Deli, and we I plowed through a bunch of latkes. They were really great.
So this is from, it does have the label of the Independent Craft Brewers Association. If you want to, it's called Shmaltz.
Schmaltz.
S-H-M-A-L-T-Z. Shmaltz in Elmsford, New York. So we are going to try, it's 8 malts, 8 hops, 8% alcohol by volume.
Oh, wow.
I love a good theming.
I really do, too. That's one of the reasons why I picked up this particular 4-pack.
All right.
Although I feel like it should have come in an 8-pack.
So it is a malt beverage. Let me back up here a second. I think I'm too close. A malt beverage brewed with raspberry and cherry and natural flavor added.
Yeah.
A malt beverage. Now, a malt beverage is like a beer, but it's not like a beer at all.
Right.
And malt beverages are good because you can flavor the bejesus out of them to get wonderful combinations.
So I'm
hopeful.
very, very hopeful.
All right, so we got the Shmaltz Golden Jelly Doughnut Hanukkah beer.
In case you're wondering about the whole jelly donut thing, it's because it is fried in oil. They have a lot of delicious, delicious, Let's see it. Interesting color. Do a lot of very interesting things, fried in oils, your latkes, which are fried in oil.
It's more amber than I anticipated.
It's a little more opaque than I anticipated.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't expecting like a fruit juice or anything, but at the same time, this is Amberbach territory.
Right.
All right.
So yeah.
So it should taste like raspberry and cherries, or Jelly Doughnut.
I can smell it already. It smells nice.
Let's take our first sniffs here with the bouquet.
Smells like beer.
Smells like beer, and it smells like
Cherries.
donut filling.
Getting cherries. Huh.
It smells like I'm having a beer in a donut shop.
Yeah. Or I had a donut, and now I'm drinking a beer.
Which is a combination I've never tried before.
Chocolate and beer. Cake all the time. Like cake and beer?
Yeah.
Love it. Good times.
But not donuts.
Yeah.
All right. L'chaim.
Hi. That's weird.
That's disappointing.
It's not disappointing. It's just odd. Tastes like beer. It's hoppy.
Oh, okay.
Did it take a second to get it?
No, the hops are coming on strong now.
Mm-hmm.
There's one thing I don't like on this show. Hops. Which, why am I keeping drinking beers if I don't like hops?
That's so weird. I don't hate it.
I don't like it.
Alright.
All right, proper review time. Val's on the lead here. What do you got?
Am I?
Well, you're like, all right, you're all German.
I'm like, well, that's not really good.
Okay, I will lead off this in. Proper review. Shmaltz Golden Jelly Doughnut Hanukkah Beer. It does not taste golden, does not taste like jelly, does not taste like donuts, doesn't taste like Hanukkah, does taste like beer. So 1 out of 5 is 20%. So this beer is batting at the Mendoza line for baseball fans. It is... I don't get any of the flavors I thought I would get. I don't get the raspberry. I don't get the cherry.
You don't?
I don't. I really don't. Do you?
Yeah.
Really?
It's almost like tart.
I don't get any of that. What I do get, what my tongue is being lit up by, are the hops.
It is very hoppy.
And I think
I feel like they could have pulled back the hops a little bit there.
once you kind of get the flavor of the beer and that disappears, that bitterness rolls on it. It's a milder bitterness compared to some of the previous beers we've had on this show,
Yeah.
but it's bitter.
Yeah, I am getting the raspberry and cherry.
Are you?
I am.
I am not.
It's not sweet by any chance. Like I said, it's almost like, it is almost tart, per se. Like, it comes in, so you get beer, fruit, hops. Like, that's kind of how it hits. And if, unfortunately, you pass straight through the fruit and go straight to the hops, then you miss it. But it's there. Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's one of the... It's never my intent, but that seems to be one of the big hits of the show, is me making faces at beer. You do taste beer...
Was that the hop or was that the tartness of the weird fruit?
Here's the thing. I swished it around my mouth, so I was trying to do what Val had suggested. Mm-hmm. I did get the beer right off the bat. It tastes like beer. Not any particular beer, just beer.
If you shoot it straight to the back of your throat, like straight to the back, like you just kind of gulp, you get all the fruit.
I'm not getting any fruit.
Yeah.
Zero fruit. And I went looking for it. Like, as I let it sit in my mouth for a second there, it seems like maybe I had a Jolly Rancher like 2 days ago that just kind of flavored stuck around back there, and then it disappeared, and then the hops and the bitterness came in, and it's like, you know what? Nah, we're done here.
Yeah.
So I'm not getting any fruit whatsoever, and that's horribly disappointing. It smells better than it is.
Yeah.
And god damn it, I hate beers that are like that.
I hate that. It did smell hoppy in its defense.
It did smell hoppy, but it smelled fruitier.
It did.
It smelled donutier.
If they just dial back the hops, probably like two ticks.
It said 8 hops, so maybe it was like 6, maybe
Yeah.
5 even.
Right.
All right, so you said to shoot it right in the back?
Yeah, just...
No. Hold on.
No?
A hint of sweetness. Again, I had a Jolly Rancher 2 days ago.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. I was hoping it would at least be sweet and at least fruity.
My hopes was that it was...
Or at least fruity.
Since it was a malt beverage, I was hoping that it would be... those fruit flavors would come shining through.
Yeah. Alas, no.
No.
Bummer.
Oh, man, I had such high hopes.
My hopes weren't that high. Like, they were real tempered.
I wanted...
Just given what has happened before.
I wanted to love this beer. Simply because it has the flavors I wanted. It was novel. Careful, you're not dripping on anybody here.
It's like almost empty.
And it doesn't have anything. It has a bunch of stuff I don't want.
It just tastes like beer.
Hops.
It just tastes like a hoppy beer.
Like, I can't... Maybe it's my palate compared to Val's, because Val can taste the fruit. I can't. Maybe...
I'm not saying it's like punchy in the face fruit. It's real subtle.
Super subtle. Like, I went looking for it, and I couldn't find it. Because you call it a golden jelly donut, and it fills your mind with delights. And you're like, this could be fantastic. I would love it if there was a beer that tasted like a jelly donut.
Or even like some sort of weird seltzer or something.
And it smelled like it might have headed in that direction. It smelled like it might have been some sort of bizarre hybrid of donut and beer, and I was ready to jump on that train.
Like if it was like a beer and like a framboise, which is like, you know, your raspberry ales and that kind of stuff. Like, even if you'd kind of gone in that direction, it would have been fine.
But it wasn't.
No, just
and we're all sadder for it.
People keep trying to make these like interesting flavored beers, and most of them just aren't happening.
So this could be a case of expectations. Could be a case of palate.
Yeah.
It could be a thing of maybe what you've had.
Yeah.
Like if you've had jelly donuts for 4 days and then drink this beer, sure, it may taste like jelly donuts. But
I want to do that experiment.
I am.
Yeah.
Let's give this let's give this an official Drinks with Demo rating. Val, on a scale of 1 to 5, what do you give Shmaltz Golden Jelly Doughnut Hanukkah Beer?
Dose.
2 out of 5.
It's not hideous. It's beer. It's a hoppy beer.
Yeah. I'm also going to give this a 2 out of 5. Because I wouldn't pick this up again.
No.
Now, granted, our scale is definitely skewed. We have hands down 1 beer, a 1 out of 5 beer, and it's going to be to get that neck of the woods.
Oh man, I hope we never do that again.
Yeah, like if this was on a 100-point scale, this may be in the single digits. I'm not going to lie.
Probably put it like a 15.
Mid to low 10s, then fine. But it's not a middle of the range beer. It's not a great beer by any stretch.
Yeah.
If you like a hoppy beer with a little bit of bitterness to it, if you like the illusion of fruit flavors,
The illusion.
if you want a kosher beer, then yes, absolutely reach for the Shmaltz Golden Jelly Doughnut Hanukkah Beer.
Yeah.
You can be kosher, you can kind of have that flavor.
Interesting, when the fruit flavor comes through, it's kind of gross.
Really?
Yeah.
Not getting any of
Like
that.
it hit my tongue right up front. It was a little bit warmer now, and I was like, ugh, yeah, no.
Like, as I'm trying to it almost kind of dried out my tongue a little bit. I don't know if that's just the hops or...
Should just stick to wine. Most of those are at least uneventful.
No, but here's the thing. And here's where I stand on my soapbox, damn it. Let me get back so you can see me again. You know, there are so many brewers, craft beers, people that are cranking out varieties of flavors and styles. And they're in the market and people are enjoying them.
Yeah.
So the question is, are they enjoying them because they taste delicious? Are they enjoying them because it's perfect for them? Or are they enjoying them because they think they should enjoy it? Because, you know, they want to be a beer snob.
Maybe.
Look, if you like a fucking Bud Light, go get yourself a case of Bud Light.
Yeah. That's what they always say in the wine world. If it doesn't taste good, it doesn't matter how much it costs.
Right.
If you want to go get a bottle of $2 Chuck over at your local, you know,
Trader Joe's,
then so be it. Yeah. Now, here's the problem. This is where I'm running into issues. So, we've been through how many beers now? I don't even know. But most of them
Several.
are sort of like lining up in the same sort of flavor profile. Like, they taste almost identical, and none of them are great.
Okay. And here's where I say in the grand scheme of things.
I mean, beer is beer.
A beer is going to have 4 ingredients. I think actually Bud Light actually put the 4 ingredients on the case. That was their marketing plan. It was
Right.
like water, barley, hops, something else.
Right.
And it's like, that's just beer. That's what you do to make beer. For Budweiser, their whole beechwood aging process is they put beechwood shavings in the tank where it ferments to increase the surface area to increase carbonation.
Yeah.
That's what makes Budweiser different. Maybe there's slight variations. Miller High Life and Miller Genuine Draft are identically the same beer. The one thing is, General MGD was brewed to taste like Miller High Life would be out of a tap. But it's the same formula, it's the same recipe, it's the same beer, just done differently.
Because I've had a lot of beers that I enjoy. But I don't know, like lately, like the beers we seem to be drinking, I'm just like, it just tastes like every other effing beer with too much hops.
And I think when I was growing up as a youngster, that's why I didn't enjoy beers. That's why I'm late to the beer bandwagon, is because all the beers that were in the house or that I came across were just overly hoppy, very bitter, and not like.
I drank a lot of Rolling Rock and a lot of Corona.
You know, Corona's lambasted for being just pretty much piss, but it was never bitter.
I like a Corona. Thank you very much. Throw a little lime in there.
I've said before in the show, my beer of choice is Miller High Life because it simply is just a straight, simple beer
Yeah.
without being pretentious, without being over the top, and most importantly, when I want it, it's cold and it's refreshing. I don't feel refreshed after this.
No. Like I said, I've had a lot of other random beers that I have enjoyed. My brother and I used to peruse a lot of, oh, hey, we've never seen that beer before. Let's try it, you know, kind of thing. So, like me trying random craft beers is nothing new.
Right.
And I don't remember going, like this is, on any of them. But lately it's just like, they all kind of just taste like this. And I'm just like, I don't, maybe we need to start like branching out and get some Hefeweizens and some like whatevers and stop trying to get like
Well,
whatever that is.
ultimately, when you go into a wine shop,
Like
a
an
liquor
IPA or
store,
something.
when you go into your local apothecary or chemist, unless you're going for something specific, you're going to see what catches your eye.
Yeah.
When we went to Ramirez, we were looking for something else. We heard that story last week. And Val was like, Hanukkah beer. Oh,
Fun.
donut. Raspberry and cherries. That sounds delightful. And that is part of the beer, wine, spirit
Yeah,
process.
true. Like I was almost hoping I would at least get some more yeast in there, like more of a yeasty flavor to kind of like simulate the donut. Like even if you didn't give me the jelly, at least give me the donut.
I was almost. Here's what I would have wanted. Perhaps a sweeter beer. That might have helped. Even if it was bitter because of the hops, a sweeter beer might have gone a long way towards redeeming this beer in my eyes.
Yeah, a little bit.
But in the process, it ends up with only a 2.
Yeah.
I'm done talking about this. Are you anything else?
Nah.
All right. If you're celebrating Hanukkah, by all means, have yourself a happy Hanukkah and enjoy your
Please.
8 crazy nights.
Safe Hanukkah.
If you want to try the Shmaltz, I got this at Ramirez Liquor.
If you like a hoppy beer, this is for you.
Yeah. Sort of fruity.
If you can find it, it's in there.
Look for Shmaltz Hanukkah Beer online. I'm sure it's easy to find. No C, just SH Schmaltz. And that's that here. So that's 2 out of 5 for me. 2 out of 5 for the Space Cowboy. Let's do our little wrap up here. Thank you for watching Drinks with Emo. If you're watching us on the YouTube, please like and subscribe down below. Leave us a comment or question or suggestion. We try to get to all the beers, wines, and spirits that we can. If you're watching us on the Instagram, please like and share in your stories. Spread the word, spread the gospel of this Drinks with Emo.
Amen.
If you are definitely watching us on Instagram, please go to YouTube, like, subscribe there. Just bump our numbers up a little bit. Because it really looks sad. Like, I look at my Instagram numbers, and they're fantastic. I look at my YouTube numbers, and they blow. It's like, oh, poor little lamb.
And then there's the people that are like, oh, we really love you, it's so great, but then there's no like, there's no love there.
Yes, there's many of you that do that.
Clicky clicky. What the heck?
Almost like you don't want to like to like boost my ego. No, boost it. Boost my ego up. Make me feel like I'm important.
He needs something right now, damn it.
I've obviously entered the cardigan mode. Yeah, next week I'll probably smoking a pipe too, going full mahogany.
Or you're just gonna put pajamas on with it.
Start drinking White Russians.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I have considered making like blended Caucasians, if you will. Little ice, little blender. I would say
Anyway.
we've got I think one more holiday drink coming up. It's not really holidays, but it'd be nice. Should be something to end the year on positively.
What are we ending on?
Well, I'm not gonna tell you.
Oh, I told you I wanted to do rum pop.
Do we have it?
We can go get it down the street. It's at Northgate. Traditional holiday beverage.
You know, if you came to the production meeting before the show, we could have had
Oh my god!
No.
It's hey, we're gonna do this one? Okay, sure, cool.
Production meeting is like happens right before I press record.
Not even then.
That about does it. Friends, thanks so much for tuning in. Until next time, I am Demosthenes. She is Valerie the Space Cowboy. Stay safe, choose love, drink responsibly.